Smash that like button, y'all.
I get mine, don't come around me with no fake shit. I got mine, you know I keep it where my waist is. Take a shucks all year round, I keep it basic. Yeah, nigga, what's up? If it's a problem, say something, nigga. 10 paces, spin, let you draw quicker. Bullets burn them, they won't heal them. These ain't moxicillins. I spin your block and let it knock and watch it pop your ceiling. I save it up for a rainy day. They was up in 2020, now these niggas broke the day. Yeah. I see my friends turn to enemies. I see some enemies turn to friends. Go ahead and play, I wish you would try. They be rapping a life that they don't live by. All that beefing got them turned to a ribeye. No matter where I'm at, I walking by with my head high. How you expect to be on point when you stay high? How you out here selling drugs to support a habit? I'm out here selling drugs to get about the projects. That's what for thought, and if it's you, it might be hard to digest. Only see me inside this room, better respect my process. Yeah, I'm only getting better, gotta jack my progress. I'm in some shit with horsepower and a switch in it. If it's a tango, go Django and start to whip niggas. Yeah, you not a threat, I think you that sweet. I roll the window down, start squeezing from the back seat. Yeah, if it's about money, then nigga talk rich. You niggas language be foreign, you niggas talk leech. I get mine, don't come around me with no fake shit. I got mine, you know I keep it where my waist is. Take a sharks all year round, I keep it basic. Yeah, nigga, what's up? If it's a problem, say something, nigga. 10 paces of spin, let's see you draw quick. With these dum-dums ready to knock sense out you silly niggas. I got a bed in the kufi like I'm from Philly, nigga. Yeah, dark brown on the Cardis, my Timberlands never tied. I've been a problem since a shorty. Yeah, you know it's New York before I reach for the butter knife, get busy with a fork. The cold word for let a bird go. You niggas don't want to work, your whole team is on the furlough.
That's a fact.
It wasn't good, so they bought it back. And you wonder why you short staff. Bagging dope is the only time I wore COVID mask. Cooking the pot cause it's basically usually a shattered glass. Talking greasy, that's out the gate. It's sleazy, you play it safe. A measly $500 to get you shot today. I mean, what's the combination? Pussy crack the safe. Like, one more move and I might just crack your face. For real. Tower block, 7-0, we going with this time. One more. Come around my way. Nothing to play with. Come around my way. You better stay with it. Come around my way. Nothing to play with. Come around my way. Take a shot so get round, I keep it basic.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything that exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. I got that mustache taking the shit emoji today. You dig? Somebody give me the dice cubes and let me know that y'all hear me crystal clear. If I can get this shout out going on, we can get into this game. Let's go Knicks. Let's get into this work. You heard me? Anybody, except a dead body, hit me with a dice cube or two to let me know everything y'all hearing is coming through. Can you dig it? Pause. Pause. Don DeMarco. City Bama, I appreciate you for letting me know that I'm coming through the system real quick. We got Mount Vernon raised up in the building. We got Only Child up in the building. City Bama, he is here. DMW Shots is in the building. Only Child is in the building. Oh, I said that. I'm smoking. I got to leave that shit alone. Appreciate y'all. City Bama, Mount Vernon, Rays, DMW, Shots, and Only Child for letting me know that y'all hear me crystal clear. I shouted it out. I appreciate y'all for pulling up in the building today. YouTube been kind of quiet. That's a great thing. The drama is disappearing slowly but surely. That's a great thing. Shout out to Artist Morrison and Velo, grown man shit. I told y'all, I notice I be talking a lot of shit into existence. They don't give me my props. And shout out to my man Fast Cash Class with this fire-ass Pac-Man hat from his clothing line. Make sure y'all get over to Let's Go for Life on YouTube, #1 YouTube web series ever. And if y'all ain't checked the interview I did with the whole cast up there, well, majority of the cast, I had Fast Cash Class, I had Mr. BBW, the Jonathan Man, that big double cheeseburger lover. I had Mr. 300. I had the top op Reap up on the building. You dig what I'm saying? We had a great show. I'm doing a part 2. We're going to get Mr. 50 Feet Right, Mr. 50 Feet Left, Mr. Murder up in the building. And we got to have Miss Smoke up in the building. We got to have Smoke up in the building. How y'all been doing? Chief, I see you in the building. Yo, you hear some funny shit? Let me tell y'all about this new job. Fuck that new job. I ain't fucking with him. My man Chief said, Joe, I forgot to tell you congratulations on the new job. Don't be sticking up the bathroom. If I was broke, I'd be there, right? I'm not fucking with that shit. The shit is weird. They're doing weird shit. It ain't for the kid. I'm not trying to talk, but it ain't for the kid. You know, some of us can wait a day or two before we jump into the motherfucking jungle. You dig? I just been running around. Tell you the truth, I got family members that's in town. I've been enjoying my family. KD the Kid, I see you in the building. Salute. Word up. I got family in town. I've been really, really getting focused more and more on how can I say it? On getting out the glitches out of my mind sometimes when I be thinking. I just been falling back, doing a lot of reading, staying on my Quran, trying to get my shit a little better than it was yesterday. You know, every day I strive to be better than I was the day before or the day, you know. She says, I have a question. Do you research your commentary before, during, or after? No, I research mines before. Nah. I do mines before that. When I do my commentary, I actually do it before that. That's one thing I take pride in. Usually when I put a show together, I don't just get up there and freestyle or nothing like that. No. When it comes to straight like when I got some topics and stuff like that, like shout out to Mr. Eric Monte. You dig what I'm saying? I was going to do. Matter of fact, I'm going to probably do it tomorrow. I'm going to do the original Aunt Jemima story and the reason why Pearl Milling Company had to, you know what I'm saying, pay out all that money to Aunt Jemima and them. But, you know, I do research on it. Because the reason why I do research on certain things is because I don't want to be up here looking like a fool. I don't want to be up here sounding like I got Down syndrome. And then you know how YouTube is. You do the wrong thing on YouTube, they're going to make 40 different shows about how wrong you was. So fortunately, I don't go through that. And then you know what I try to do too? No disrespect intended to nobody on YouTube. I try to get into certain stories that the average mind can't even grasp to. I know that may sound funny, that may sound bougie. I got a different mindset when it comes to certain things, especially when it comes, you know, to trying to do the little journalism thing on YouTube. You know, now if this comes to bullshit and stuff like that, like tonight talking about the Knicks and the Nets, that's just something I wanted to talk about because I wanted to do the show yesterday, but I didn't. And I need all the positive energy I can have for the New York Knicks. That's why if you're a New York Knicks fan, let me see Let's Go Knicks. If you're a Brooklyn Nets fan, let me see Let's Go Nets. The reason why y'all are cool in here tonight and y'all will not get timed out is because they're both in New York. Can you dig it? They're both in New York. You know, I grew up a diehard Knicks fan. I'm talking about the Earl of Pearl Monroes, the Bernard Kings. You dig what I'm saying? I'm really, really that fan. If I tell you the money I lost when it came to the New York Knicks, you'd be like, Dice, you got a problem. Yep. When it came to the Knicks and me believing in my squad. But, you know, if you're a really diehard Knicks fan, that's the reason why they call you a diehard Knicks fan, because usually we're going to die with the Knicks. She said, I asked because I have something for you. Just don't know how to get it to you. Oh, shit. Well, damn, y'all know I'm not on Instagram. I've been left Instagram. I've been left Instagram. That shit is for the devil. It's for the devil. It's for the devil. And I don't do Facebook. None of that. I'm not going to lie to you. Yo, I guess that's how I kind of stay away from a bunch of the bullshit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. I gotta give out my first 10 seconds. And the first 10 seconds goes the Mount Vernon Rays. Dun, dun, dun. Here you go. That was for you. The first 10 seconds goes the Mount Vernon Rays. The reason why he got the first 10 seconds, because he said the Nets are a fake NY team. Don't say that. If it got Brooklyn on it, it's official. The New Jersey Nets, they died. They died. The New Jersey Nets, shout out to Petrovic, shout out to Jason Kidd when he was doing his thing. Trace, nah. He said, I don't care. They from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? But you know. And shout out to Miss Only Child. If y'all don't know, that is a woman. I didn't know that at first. She had to let me know that too. That's a woman, y'all. So, quote unquote. Yeah, Petrovic was my man. Rest in peace to Petrovic. That's one of the forms. That man had a form on him that was something crazy. But I don't know if y'all know what's going on. I'm a little worried, but I'm not worried. I'm going to keep my faith. The reason why I say I'm a little worried is because check this out. We got Philadelphia first. And last night, the Knicks was looking real crazy, y'all. But then when I woke up this morning, Don DeMarco, matter of fact, I ain't even going to talk about what happened last night. I'm going to show y'all the rest of the game last night. Fair YouTube usage, because this was one of the most insane, like they said, endings in New York history. Let's go over this together, y'all. Fair YouTube usage.
30% area for the series. They are going to struggle.
1 out of 2. Knicks racing up the floor. Brunson with the Knicks down 5. Here's Hart, gives it back.
The reason why I'm going to play this over again, because I don't know if y'all remember in 1995. I don't know if y'all remember in 1995 when it was the New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers. And Reggie Miller scored like about 11, 12 points in 9 seconds. I didn't think stuff like that was actually possible of doing until I seen him do that shit. But when it comes to that motherfucking, you see what he said? Like when Reggie did it to us. That's a fact. And the reason why it bugged me out that year, because matter of fact, that was the year that my grandfather, my beloved grandfather, passed away. We happened to be in North Carolina. The day that game came on was the actual day of my grandfather's funeral. Never forget it. Never forget that shit. I was already aggravated because I just buried my grandfather. My whole family down here, we watching the Knicks game, and then we just lose completely like that. But shout out to the New York Knicks because they getting busy. Check this game out. This was beautiful, y'all. Let's go. Bounce right there. Let's play that game. Did you see that bounce by Charles Bronson? Did you see that bounce? Let's go. I'm going to keep it funky with you. Y'all know who that was? That was my family in heaven praying. That's what that was, because when I seen the replay the next morning, I said, holy smokes, Batman, because it was 101-96. Did you see the way that shit just book, bump, book, bump? And shout out to Bronson. Shout out to Bronson. His father was nice. Only thing throw me off with him is his braids. He be scaring me with them braids. The Milli Vanilli braids bug me out, but I'm not knocking them. If them braids got him shooting the way he's shooting, keep them Milli Vanilli braids. You see what Brick said? Shot said. He said them bricks do have a New York buzzer. Because I don't understand how the fuck that shit went in, but it's not for me to understand how it went in. You dig? It ain't for me to understand how it went in. I'm just grateful that it went in. Let's go. Come on, man. That dude right there is something special. Super, I see you in the building. Do y'all understand the tenacity of the New York Knicks when it comes to our basketball, our offense, and our defense shots? Do they understand who we are? Do they understand who we are? Down syndrome.
The Knicks have the lead again.
Look at him now.
Their defense
Diviazzo, whoever his name, that nigga's fire. Shout out to Diviazzo. This whole season, he has been, it's been because of him. Certain games have been won. That boy is a shooter. That boy is a shooter. That boy is a shooter. For real. Because, see, that's like shoot. Like if you ever seen anybody playing ball in the summertime outside, he missed the first one. He got himself back together. He got his composure. And he let it go. Down syndrome. That's what we used to call that. Down syndrome. That boy got range. You heard me? Shot said, I wore all BK gear to the Garden last month. All BK gear. He went up in there with that net shit. See, the bug part about it is they did that on purpose. They did that to separate and divide and conquer with people in New York. Pay attention, y'all. They did that shit. They behind it. The NBA is part of the motherfucking conspiracy. They said, what could we do in New York to make them people hate each other more? Give them a Brooklyn team. I grew up wanting a Brooklyn team. Do you know I could get on my bike on Utica and Prospect and ride my bike straight to the Barclay? Y'all know that? Straight down Prospect, straight down motherfucking St. John's Park, right through Albany Projects, make the right on Kingston, make the left on Fulton, ride that shit straight down, acting like you crazy. No, that game wasn't live. That was from yesterday. That was the Knicks. Super. See, you about to get timed out already. See, you ready to get timed out already. See that? You ready to get timed out already. You better check this out again. Didn't you hear what I said? This is the most insane ending ever, baby.
30%.
So, baby. DiVincenzo.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
That's a cold-blooded fact. That's a cold-blooded fact. Let's see what my man said. My man said the Nuggets game was crazier. He said my man Shot said in 1991, the New Jersey Nets drafted Kenny Anderson. I crossed his path when I was out by Left Rack City. Kenny Anderson was nice too. Kenny Anderson was nice. But it wasn't like that. It wasn't like this. Hold on. Let me show y'all one more time because it seems like some of y'all don't understand. Y'all must be going through something. Let me see if y'all going through something. Y'all don't understand what just happened. Let me show you what happened. Because maybe y'all ain't see it. Let me show you one more time. Hold on. Down syndrome.
The Knicks have the lead again.
You see what they say? The Knicks have the lead again.
Their defense turning into offense. Twice for threes, and he takes advantage the second time.
And Kyle Lowry,
yeah, get on off and sit down, old man.
To the bench.
Let me ask y'all something. Let me ask y'all something, because I heard this before. You see how when Bronson took that shot, you see how it bounced and it dropped in? Let me ask y'all something. Is y'all ready for this? This is the question of the night. Do y'all feel as though some of them rims, I know y'all gonna get mad. Do y'all feel as though some of them rims have vibrating devices on them? You notice how when it bounced, it went straight up in the air? Do you think that rim had a vibrating device in it? Yeah, that Coogee sweater was fire, though. I ain't gonna front. The nigga had the Coogee sweater on. He was looking like it was 94. Had a pair of Cartiers on with a Coogee sweater. I can't get mad at him for that. But do y'all feel as though Mount Vernon said, nah, me neither. I just be one of the reasons sometimes to say we lost. You know, if somebody could have said yes right quick, I'd have been like, that's why we lost back in the days. But since, yeah, I was just some bullshit. So pardon me, you know, I was just going through something. But tell me what's going on YouTube, man. It's been real quiet. That's a great thing. It's been real quiet on YouTube. See, my man Super said that shit. See that? See that? Hold on. Let me get back to what Super said. Super said there is a possibility. Well, this is what I mean. I'm not saying during the year. I'm saying, do you think they put some type of vibrational mechanisms up there when it comes to the playoffs? She said, I've lived on Clawson between Lexington and Quincy, but I'm from the South. Where's Clawson at? Now, I know what Lexington and Quincy is. Clawson. Clawson, C-L-S-S. Clawson, between Lexington and Quincy. I thought Clawson ran. That don't sound right. Your DMW shots. Isn't Clawson going towards? Yeah, isn't Clawson going towards Kings Plaza though? If I'm not mistaken, isn't Clawson going in direct like Empire? Isn't Clawson like right after that? North and South. I never knew it was a Clawson and Lewis. Because first of all, Lewis and Quincy, they run the same directions as Clawson. Like Utica Avenue, Malcolm X. Malcolm X turns into Utica Avenue going straight down. Empire, then Clawson Avenue. I've never knew it was a Clawson between Lexington and Quincy. I think you've been smoking too much of that lemon and cherry, Miss Only Child. I think you smoked too much of that lemon cherry. Gold Brown is in the building. Yo, I ain't know that. I'm just fucking with her. Yo, shot. He said she shot. She said she went to Boys and Girls High School. I went to Boys and Girls High School. You can't ask a woman her age, but I went to Boys and Girls High School. I graduated in 91. Well, 1990 going into 91. I graduated with the 91 class, but I graduated, but you know, December I had my 90. But when you go over January, it was 1991. But I'm the class of 91. I never knew that. You just taught me something. I've never known that. Yo, Gold Brown, I've never known that Clawson. See, because when it comes to Lewis, Lexington and Quincy, that's just like, it goes the same direction like Chauncey Street, Bainbridge. You know what I'm saying? Putnam, Madison, Monroe, Gates, Lexington, Quincy. But I didn't never know that Clawson switched over like that. Damn, let me find out they done did some new shit in Brooklyn. She said, I went to Boys and Girls High School. When you went to Boys and Girls High School, who was your Miss Only Child? So I know if we was in the same grade, same era. I'm 51. Who was your principal when you went to Boys and Girls High School? And shots, you know, you were smoking that 34%. Remember, you said you were smoking that 34% shots. I'm high as a motherfucker, too. I ain't gonna lie to you, shots. I'm high as a motherfucker, son. I am not gonna lie to you. But what year did you go? She said, I'm older than you. That still ain't answer the damn question. That still ain't answer the question. Who was the principal? You know, whether you older, who was the damn principal was the question. I didn't ask you, was you older than me or not? I told you how old I was. See, you got to get 10 seconds for that. Yep, you know you're going to get it. It's time for 10 seconds. You know I know nobody's exempt. Bing, you get 10 seconds for that. She get 10 seconds. This is why she got 10 seconds, y'all. She said, because I'm older than you. That nigga Gold Brown said she was the principal. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Damn, yo, that's fucked up, oh. That nigga, yo, you the damn principal only child. But when I was going there, it was Frank Mickens. Rest in peace, Dr. Frank Mickens. When I was in Boys and Girls High School, if that nigga caught you walking around with jury on, that nigga was the first. Let me tell you something. Frank Mickens should have went to jail for robbery. Yo, Net Star, salute. She said she was in 84. Yes, ma'am. You got me a little bit. You got me a little bit. I ain't get hit at 72. In 84, I was 12. So you got me like about 4-5 years. You ain't really, you know, I ain't really nothing. You little cougar. You know what I'm saying? Word up. Vernon says she's my age. Boy, them Italians. You see how them Italians is. Them Italians come to the party going, hey, baby, what you drinking? Hey, what are you drinking? You'll give her whatever she wants. Double it up. Let me get a Heineken. Let me get a Heineken, baby. Yo, Dice, do me a favor. Go outside. Get the fuck out of here. Go watch the fucking doors. I'm over here talking right now, Dice. Get the fuck out of here. This is not your age. That's my Rocky impersonation. Yo, Stella, what do you mean, Adrian? I'm scared, Adrian. That's why. I said, Adrian, I'm scared. That's why. He's gonna kill you, Rock. Don't get out of there, Rock. He's gonna kill you. You say, you want to know the truth, Adrian? I'm scared. He said, I don't know what it is. I don't have it anymore. I don't know what it is, man. Word up. Then you see what happened, though. See, y'all don't want to give us our props. Y'all don't want to give us the props. Net Stars, they don't want to give us the props. They don't want to give us the props. You know why? Because you know who took Rocky back to that shit, right? Motherfucking Apollo Creed. He had to take that nigga in the hood. He had to take that nigga around them goons, y'all. He had to take that nigga around them goons. You seen Rocky. He was scared to death. That nigga walked up in that goddamn gym with that leather jacket on. Them niggas be back. Them niggas was snarling at the teeth and shit like that. That nigga just jumped up. That nigga Apollo said, yo, I had to take you back, man. You see that shit? Apollo took that nigga to the motherfucking beach. Flash your lights and back on the street. See, I know that. He said, come on, Rocky. Come on, man. You got to fight. Y'all don't know nothing about no Rocky. Y'all, you want to hear some funny shit? That's my favorite fucking movie ever. I know that shit may sound weird. That is my favorite fucking movie ever. Word up. That's my favorite fucking movie. My next favorite movie is Love and Basketball. Love and Basketball. I used to put Love and Basketball over Rocky as my favorite movie. And then I watched Rocky again. Nah, I watched Rocky last year again. Nah, that Rocky shit, that shit was something different. Yo, that Rocky shit, nah. That Rocky shit, nah, man. Sylvester Stallone, nah, man. You see what Super said? Bada bing, bada boom. Forget about it. Forget about it, man. He said a Lincoln Continental is better than a Cadillac. Forget about it. He said, you know, like Raquel, they say, yo, she got her ass that's bigger than Lockship. Forget about it. You see the cops, they coming up to you, they talking to you. Forget about it. Yo, that was the smoothest shit ever, man. Donnie Brasco. Word up. A nigga Mount Vernon said, Me Too was great and it brought black and white together and later tried to bring us USA to Russia. That's a fact. That's a fact. But the reason why I think I like, that's my favorite movie ever. Shot said Clausen Avenue starts at President in Washington and Crown Heights, which flows due north, ending at Flushing Avenue, South Williamsburg. Oh, I got it. I got it now. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Word up, because I know I've been smoking. I ain't gonna front. Forgive me. Excuse moi. You know. Excuse moi. But I knew she fucked me up when she said Clausen, because I ain't never heard of no Clausen. Clausen. But she might be from Yard. Only child. Where you from? Jamaica? You from Trinidad? Guyana? Haiti? Venezuela? Nigeria? Where you from, girl? Because she said Clausen. You know, you want to see a screw face about 2 head and 4 eyes. See, this is why I know you got problems. See, I gotta give him his 10 seconds. There you go. I was wondering if I was gonna go without giving 10 seconds to him, but yep. There goes Super. That's his 10 seconds right there. See, I told y'all my man got problems. You see what he say his favorite movie is? Fight Club. Super say his favorite movie is Fight Club, y'all. Forgive me for a minute. This nigga said Fight Club. D-Trail, I see you in the building. He said, The Wood, Loving Basketball, watched them back to back. They should be a part 1 and part 2, almost the same cast too. You know, I never thought about that shit. I never thought about that shit. Word up. She said, no, I'm from Virginia, but I was out going child chasing my family wherever they were. I ain't go front. I ain't mad at you, girl. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. We all family, you know what I'm saying? She said, I'm from VA. I played around. I dibbled and dabbled in Virginia, too. We used to be on 31st and Park Place. Yeah. When I was in Virginia, the club was, these are the clubs we used to go to. One of them was called the Showboat. It was actually a boat. It's a cold-blooded fact, y'all. When we was in VA trying to, you know, educational purposes only, we was going to a club called the Showboat. That's a fact. I'm trying to remember the name of the other club. It was the Showboat, and it was something else, man. That was a long time ago. Forgive me. Don't blame it on the heart. Blame it on that marijuana. Blame it on that marijuana. Yo, you see this? Super said Dice, you know his movie is 50 Shades of Grey. Y'all ready for this one? I never saw that movie. I've never saw that movie. That's on Sharon McLeod. I've never saw that movie. I've heard so many people talk about it when it came. You know what? I heard a bunch of women talk about it, but I didn't really hear too many dudes talking about it. I heard women talking about 50 Shades of this and 50 Shades of that. See, that's why I didn't watch the shit. I'm going to keep it funky with y'all. I'm going to keep it funky with you. That's why I didn't watch the shit, because everybody I heard, all the women I heard, oh, you need to watch that. Oh, Lord, you need to watch. I said, nah, I ain't fucking with y'all. I said, I ain't fucking with y'all. Nah, I never was in D.C. getting no money. My uncle used to be out there. Rest in peace to my man Demencio. My man Demencio literally lost his life. You know what I'm saying? He lost his life in D.C. due to the fact that Mr. Wayne Perry and them. That's my man Demencio, the first guy right there. The first guy. He looked like Jaffe a little bit. That's my man Demencio right there. May he rest in peace. That's another picture of him. with the gold chain on, and rest in peace. That's my man Rumble in the middle, may he rest in peace. And that's one of my best friends, may he rest in peace, Marcellus James. You dig? I named my son after him. Ain't that shit so fucked up, y'all? How many times we gotta say rest in peace? That shit is fucked up. That rest in peace, that whole rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. I remember I be talking, sometimes people be asking me about certain things about, New York, Brooklyn, people down here, and I would start talking. And when I start talking about some of the friends that were there, when certain things that was very, very impressionable to my heart, it's either they're dead or they're locked up. That's why I value all my friends that's still here, especially they've been through. You dig? Like certain shit is just crazy, like that rest in peace shit. Rest in peace, rest in peace, rest. Damn, he was cool. Remember such and like that shit is crazy, man. Oh yeah, I try. I try. I'm from the era, Net Stars. I'm from a different era, man. Shout out to my man CB, man. Shout out to my man CB. He put that picture together for me, man. He put that picture together from this picture. He put that picture together from these pictures right here. That's Marcellus right there. That's Demencio right there. And that's the Great Rumble right there. He put that together. He really, really put that picture together, man. Rest in peace to my man, China Rob. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah. And then that picture right there, I got off Google. But if you know, you know. But certain things, unfortunately, the way we had to come up, Demencio was out there. They even named the strip on him called Montana Avenue. Yeah. Rest in peace to Demencio, man. Word up. She said, only God protects fools and babies. That's why I be asking myself sometimes, why the fuck am I still here? Because I damn sure ain't no fool. And I'm 51 years old. I'm damn sure ain't no baby. But I guess when I was supposed to get, if it was ever supposed to happen, if God ever changed his mind, maybe when I was younger, maybe that's when I could have been considered babies and a fool. But then again, we all fools. You know what I'm saying? We all fools. We all fools. We all fools. By anybody else in here, New York Knicks fans besides myself and Mount Vernon? Shots, he a Brooklyn Nets fan, but he know deep down inside he loved New York because before it was a Brooklyn Nets, it had to be a New York Knicks. Anybody else in here? And let me tell y'all why I feel as though Rocky is my favorite movie. It's so many great points of that movie, man. His faith in God, the respect he had for the father, remember, because he was Catholic, his generosity. If you remember when he first met Adrian, she was working in a pet store. That means she was cleaning up after dog shit. She was cleaning up. Super said he wanted to appreciate that. She was cleaning up dog shit. She was cleaning up bird shit. She was cleaning up rabbit shit. She was cleaning up cat shit. And did y'all pay attention how Adrian looked when Rocky first met her? She had on a long knitted quarterfield, some crazy ass glasses, and a ski hat. She looked like a boy. She looked like a boy. Netstar said, I'm an old school Knicks. Dave DeBassia, Earl of Pearl, Bernard King. See, that's grown folks' conversation right there, man. He said, nah, they did Patrick dirty. I was a Larry Legend fan first. I ain't gonna front. Patrick Ewing, if you make me start talking about him tonight, y'all gonna be upset because he disgusted me. The year, all he had to do was shoot the layup. He wants to dunk. That's what started that whole controversy that got Reggie Miller to kill us that year. Word up. You heard my man Super said? She was a nerd. Wasn't that she was a nerd? She wasn't a nerd. She wasn't a nerd. She was pure. She was pure. You remember she had a brother working in the meat market. He was crazy. All he did is drink beer and curse. Drop guard salute. I see you in the building. She wasn't a nerd. Do you know why Rocky fell in love with her? Because she was so naive to the wickedness in the world. Adrian wasn't hanging out in no clubs. She wasn't hanging out in no parties. Adrian was going to work, and because her mother and father had passed away, she felt as though she was raised that she was supposed to be the next one to step up in line and take care of her brother. Shot said, yo, my mom's old school Guyanese. I was raised in home with no TV. Yo, hold up, y'all. Do me a favor, y'all. Can we get 30 seconds for Soup? Can we get 30 seconds for my man DMW Shots? We back. Rest in peace to my man Vincent Pierre. He was from Haiti. I remember one time I went to his crib and he was like, yo, go sit up in the living room. Yo, Shots. I went up in the living room, right? That's why I know Shots ain't lying. And it wasn't because they didn't have no money. My man Vincent, rest in peace, his mother said that television was full of lies and it would destroy him. He was not allowed to watch TV. You see what my man Super said? Sorry. Boo, 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 boo. Is all that we can say. Boo, boo, boo. Growing up without a TV. Boo, 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 boo. Man. No WHT, no HBO, no Channel 2, no Channel 5, no Channel 11 Karate Flicks, no hot sauce, no duck sauce, no nothing. You see what my man just said? No TV, son. Just read a book. That's why I try to tell people, if you really want to make your child feel miserable, take the television. Take the video game. Take the television. Take the video game. I tell you, once it's past the age of a certain age, just my opinion, some people think that the best result is to beat their children. No. No. And I grew up getting my ass whipped. Don't get it twisted. I thank God for my parents for the best way that they knew how of trying to mold me and direct me and grow me into being responsible and to have a total understanding about, you know what I'm saying, things that could happen when you do the wrong thing, like repercussion, prison, death. But when you come to putting your hands on somebody, it's still going to create fear. It's going to create fear. You put your hands on your woman, she's going to be scared of you. Your woman putting your hands on you, you're going to be scared of her. Same thing with children. The same thing with children. Never forget that. Same thing with children. Same thing with children. You can go hug your child and your child will be paranoid thinking you're going to hit him and flinch. There's so many ways that you can get your point across to someone without putting your hands on them. Now, if somebody's trying to hurt you, that's something totally different. Because I grew up in a household that my mother used to be like, well, you know, the reason why I'm beating you is because I love you. And then my grandmother taught her that. And my uncles, her sons, the reason why I'm beating you is because I love you. That's a hell of a topsy-turvy right there. Because when you grow older, now watch how this goes wrong. Watch how this fuck up. Watch how that fuck up. Because you grow up saying, I know my mother loves me. I know my father loves me. My grandmother, my grandfather. But sometimes they may have had to discipline me physically. Now pay attention to this. The reason why they gave me an answer for them putting their hands on me is because I did wrong and they love me. So what you think they taught me? So fellas, when you were in a relationship with your girl or your baby moms, or ladies, when you was in a relationship with your man or your baby father, and then you slapped him or you slapped her, fellas, your parents taught you that. But as an adult, a woman gonna look at you saying, yo, why the fuck did you put your hands on me, Nick? But what you saying is, because I love you and you did wrong. Same thing with a woman. Some women tell men, well, I was taught to fight. I was taught to hit you before you hit me. That's what my cousins be down here saying. They will swing you. I got some female cousins down here that'll punch you right in your mouth. Whether they're going to get beat up or not, they're going to punch you in your mouth. The minute the alarm goes off in their head, it's about to be a fight. They swinging first. Gold Brown said the best one is with Mr. T. I wanted to murder Mr. T with that Rocky movie. He was the reason why my man died, man. Mickey, man. But the reason why I love the first one so much is Super thought she was a nerd. She was naive. Ron BX, salute. 050 is in the building. You see, when Rocky met Adrian, her naiveness, she didn't even know how to kiss. She didn't even know how to kiss. So that was the most beautiful. See, that's the jewel that they gave you right there that a lot of people didn't understand. Rocky wasn't in no running around fucking with a bunch of broads. He was training. He was going to the church. He was working in the meat factory with her brother, Paulie. He didn't try to pressure her or nothing like that. He didn't even know really what to do. They both was naive to certain things. He was naive to quote unquote how to be a man, how to be in a relationship. She was naive to the same thing. She didn't even know what it was to be in a tight dress. Remember when he took her hat off and all that shit? But y'all remember what happened, quote unquote, when we went to Rocky 2, when he started being that champion. You remember we went to Rocky 3, they had a robot running around in the motherfucking house. You see what happened when them niggas went to Russia? You see, because after Rocky, the original movie, when he became the champion, that was a new life. That was now they were able to be exposed to other things. Now you're exposed to, you're leaving a one-bedroom apartment. You're going to buy your own house. Always the queen, salute. You're leaving a one boom, you're going to buy your own house. Now then when he got to Rocky 3, that nigga got a mansion. The money is coming in. The money is coming in. So now you see Adrian, she no longer has to wear the glasses. She got contacts now. She's no longer wearing the Quarterfield jacket. Adrian wearing minks. She got diamonds on her neck now. Because now she's going from being naive, working in that pet shop, to being exposed to the world. Now she got her own money. She can go where she want to go. She's getting her hair done. She's getting perms. She's going to the disco club. She's dancing. You see what Ron BX said? They came up. That was the first episode of The Jeffersons. Rocky. But the most valuable part about it is they loved each other without the physical. It was because of gestures, because of the way he used to walk her home, because of the way she used to talk to him, because of the way she was concerned for him. That's why when they didn't have nothing, and then when he got more, he gave her the world. He gave her the world. And like Gold Brown said, he said Mr. T caught that body in Rocky. And that broke him. When Mickey died, I didn't never see her act brand new, D-Trap. I seen a woman, just like if it was a man, they got exposed to certain things. So you got to pay attention. When she was naive, pay attention to this. When she was naive, and it was just her and her brother living in that one-bedroom apartment, remember, her brother didn't let her go outside. Her brother didn't let her go to the movies. Her brother didn't let her interact with friends. She didn't have a relationship. She didn't even have a boyfriend. She didn't have a child. Now she got Rocky, a husband. Now she has a child. Now she has money. And as opposed, now her brother is staying with them. I didn't see her to get brand new. FTC Vice, I saw her to evolve as she should. Because number one, if she would have stayed the same naive individual that she was when she worked in that pet shop, it would have been like she'd have been light years behind. He said, but she had more attitude with the outside, more lines, more say with Rocky. You got a point there. See that? Always a queen. She got great taste. She said, Rocky IV is my favorite movie. Always a queen. What is you doing up, girl? What is you doing up? I just thought about, oh, no, it ain't late. I don't know why it feels later than this, y'all. I got to stop smoking this shit, y'all. I got to stop smoking this shit, man. She said, hello, Dice. Family entering the room. Am I high? Because what the fuck did that mean? Could you talk to me, please, right quick, Miss Only Child? What the hell did that? See, what are you smoking on? See, I got to go to a commercial. Because you scared me right now. I need to know what you're smoking on when we get back.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
Now, see, Super, you high too, nigga. Because Super said he thought she meant, he said, laughing my fucking ass off, Dice. Her family came in the room. That's 10 seconds for you. Let me see where it's at. There it is. There it is. That's 10 seconds. That's 10 seconds. That's 10 seconds. That's 10 seconds. That's 10 seconds right there, always a queen. She said, no, I was speaking to your family that's coming in, and yes, you're high. Well, fuck it. He said, FTC, bless up. He said, this beat like a cheat code. Word up. Fuck it. Shit, I am, huh? I ain't gonna lie about that one. You dig what I'm saying? But I know we was talking about Rocky. At least they ain't leave my brain. You know what I'm saying? You know, some niggas smoking be like, what y'all was talking about? Since we got a bunch of New York Knicks fans in here, do y'all think we gonna take it this year? Do y'all think we gonna take it this year? Do you think we gonna take it this year, man? See that? I got to give it to him. That's 10 seconds. That's 10 seconds. Mount Vernon just got 10 seconds. I see y'all want me to shoot tonight. He just got shot. He just got a leg shot. He just got hit with the deuce. Just for him saying no and he a Knicks fan. See, that's why we be fucking up. That's why the energy fucks up with the Knicks, because of that. Oh, shit. The nigga Rob started laughing. He said, don't be silly. Let's just say, don't be silly. Well, don't be silly and get your 10 seconds. You said, don't be silly, huh? Well, I bet you just got your 10 seconds for being silly. Bet that. I bet that. He said, yo, Dice, I know you be like putting your black brothers on timeout, son. That's why we ain't gonna have no B5 for you at the mosque, brother. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. D-Trail said, yo, DMW, I can't go on this way. Beanie Sequel, you're welcome. Yo, you know what? The Knicks had a Draymond Green. Y'all don't even want to admit that shit. Let me ask y'all something. If y'all really a Knicks fan, what is the motherfucking team that just got knocked out? That just got knocked out the playoffs, that's running everything the Knicks used to run back in the days. If y'all really know about Knicks ball, Golden State Warriors. Mark Jackson took the whole Knicks format to the Golden State Warriors. He took the Golden State Warriors all the way to the fucking finals, and they lost, and they fired him. Check this out. And then they gave the job to his number one adversary, Steve Kerr from the Chicago Bulls. Remember back in the days, this is political. The Knicks and the Bulls, we had the biggest rivalry ever. So what do you mean? We're going to let Mark Jackson take the Golden State Warriors. That's the Knicks play right there. That's the Knicks play right there. All that shit is Mark Jackson shit. And then when he didn't win that finals, they fired him. Nah, we already had one. I'm not talking about we don't got one now. He said we need a Draymond Green now, but in my heart, the original, matter of fact, if you know about the Knicks squad, who was the original Draymond Green? But his name ain't Draymond Green. It's two people that you can say. I got one person, but it's two people that can take the same, to my opinion, Charles Oakley and Anthony Mason. May he rest in peace. That's a fact. That's a fact. Charles Oakley, that's the one I said originally because he's older. But when it came to Anthony Mason, that elbow he had, that should have knocked your fucking teeth out your throat, man. That's who a lot of people don't even know. That's who Biggie Smalls was talking about. Rest in peace to Big. A lot of y'all didn't even know that. When he said, I'm in an ass while he play against the Utah Jazz, my CT, yeah, he was talking about Anthony Mason. He was fucking with Anthony Mason girl. That's a fact. Everybody thought it was John Starks, or he was talking about Allen Houston. No, he was talking about Anthony Mason. That's a fact. He said, I'm in an ass while he play against the Utah Jazz. My 112, my CD blast. She came first, I came last. She giggled, told me I'm smoking on homegrown. Then I get the, honey, I'm home. What? 4 chrome for situations like this. I'm up in this broad. Yo, I know you ain't gonna like this. You better talk to him before this put a spark to him. I knew about that shit when it was going down, Super. I knew about that shit when it was going down, my nigga. I knew about that shit when it was going down, son. And shout out to Bimmy. That's a cold-blooded fact. Bimmy is the reason why that beef stopped. That's a cold-blooded fact. Shout out to Bimmy from Queens. That's the reason why that beef stopped. Not on no, you know, when you're like when you're really a friend of both parties, if you're the link between two people in the street arguing or having a misunderstanding, the love and the respect that both parties are supposed to have for you are supposed to be the sanction for the problem to be resolved. Word up. That's a fact. The link is the reason why people are going to stop beefing with each other. If you're in between it like that, you know? Yeah. Anybody taking any bets for the Knicks? Y'all got any money on this first series right here? Do you believe we getting? Because I think we taking. Matter of fact, I know we going to the finals. I know we going to the finals. The only thing I'm undecisive about is whether we gonna sweep whoever we get up there with. That's the only thing that's, you know, the Knicks has always been known to get them game 7s, but we gonna break that. We gonna break that shit this year. We ain't playing the game 7 no more. That shit is too motherfucking. That shit is fuck that. We gonna sit up and get some goddamn rest. I said, Bimmy, Mount Vernon. Oh, my man said, I say we can get to round 3. I'm telling you, we going to the finals, y'all. I need everybody in here that's really a Knicks fan to be like, yo, we going to the finals. Y'all ain't no damn Knicks fans, y'all. It's a damn shame how y'all treat the Knicks, man. Ain't nobody said they got no money on the Knicks yet. Y'all just sitting here talking about what y'all think is going to happen. Ain't nobody said, yo, Dice, I got $20 on it with somebody. I ain't say y'all was betting me. I ain't betting nobody. I ain't betting y'all. I already got bets with this shit, but I'm saying I wasn't trying to get no bets with y'all. I'm just saying, ain't nobody say, yo, I got $100. Yo, me and my cousin got a $200 bet. Me and my cousin got a $10 bet. I ain't here $5 bet. Y'all niggas talking about y'all Knicks fans. I got a whole $40. I got 2 people $20 a piece. Oh, what y'all thought I was gonna say some dumb shit? Oh, I got 5,000. I got 20,000. No, I got $40. Both of my cousins, I got $20 on it. $40. Fuck all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And as it gets closer, because I'm about to win this $40, that $40 is going to turn into $80 because the $40 that I win with the $40 initially I was going to put out, I'm going to put that together. And now I got $80 to bet. I got some cousins down here. I got some suckers down here that don't like the Knicks. I got that. See, it was 2 people for $20. And now it's going to be 4 people for $20. You dig what I'm saying? So that turns into $160. You did? D-Trail, that's your 10 seconds right there, baby. Gunshot. Wait a minute. Bomboclad. Y'all know why he got 10 seconds? You hear this right here? He said Boston got too much experience to lose a series in New York this year. Are you crazy? Do you see what we just did to Boston last week, man? Do y'all see what we just did to Boston last week? Do y'all see what we did to Boston last week? Huh? Oh, my fault. Oh, just making sure. Y'all know I got that phone, don't you? You know what this mean, right? You know what this mean, right? You know what that mean? That mean that's what it mean. The Knicks are going all the way this year. Y'all ready for this? My man Netstar said, yo, Big Dice, do you think John Starks was underrated? Indubitably. You know why John Starks was underrated? In so many ways, in my opinion, Nestars. Let's give us this game, since you brought that up. Number one, John Starks walked in for a New York Knicks tryout when he was packing bags at D'Agostino's in Manhattan. That nigga was packing bags. He used to pack bags in D'Agostino's. He walked in for a tryout for the New York Knicks and got a 15-day walk-on contract. That shit turned into him doing the motherfucking poster with him banging on Jordan and Pippen, man. Y'all remember that poster? Nuts all up in motherfucking Pippen face? Nut face. That's the name of the poster. Nuts in face. John Starks is going to always go down as a legend. One of the most, John, what? John Starks, let me tell you something. That nigga was an unselfish basketball player. He had hops. He could jump. Like he could jump. He had a vertical leap. He had a 10-foot shot. He had a 3-point shot. He had a 15-footer. And he was like, what, 87, 89% from the line? Come on, man. Did that make sense? From the line? Come on, man. And he wasn't scared to go in the paint. Do I think he's better than Mark Jackson? No. 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 When it comes to the overall player, do I think Mark Jackson, do I think John Starks is better than Stephon Marbury? No. Hell no. But I will say he was better than Chris Childs. Word up. You see what Shot said? He said he was 6'1". He had the heart of a giant, y'all. The heart of a giant. He said he's considered an all-time Knick. That's a fact. There's a bunch of people that I can say that should be always considered as Knicks. Even though Charles Oakley, he's banned out of the Madison Square Garden. They don't even let him in that motherfucker no more. But he always should be a New York Knick. Latrell Sprewell, always will be a New York Knick. Anthony Mason, Earl of Pearl Monroe, Kurt DeRussell, Bernard King, you know what I'm saying? Patrick Ewing. The list goes on. Allen Houston. You know what? You know who I'd give him props to for being always a beat? Y'all fail to realize that, man? He went to the Phoenix Suns. Amari Stoudemire. To me, he's always going to be a Knicks player to me, man. Amari Stoudemire, that nigga was crazy down low when he was with the Knicks, man. But he kept getting his nose broke, man. He kept getting his nose broke, man. That was the era when niggas had vicious elbows, man. And that's when the Detroit Pistons was in the game. I remember one time that nigga Rasheed Wallace hit that nigga with an elbow. That nigga said, hold on. Always the queen, sweet dreams. What did my grandmother say? Damn, I can't. Hold on. Let me get it right. What you say? Go to sleep, say goodnight, and make sure you don't let the bed bugs bite. That's what my grandmother say. We used to be down here in the South. Go to sleep, make sure you say goodnight, and make sure you don't let them bed bugs bite. That's a fact. I ain't gonna front. Super said Amari Stoudemire is amazing to be able to do all that in the key with multiple defenders on him. And he was a power forward, not a center. But remember, when Bill Cartwright got fucked up in the middle with the New York Knicks, they made Amari cover him. Remember, they snatched Bill Cartwright and sent him to the Bulls when they tried to, what? Break us down. Remember this, man. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. Diehard Knicks fan. Oh, snap. He said Herb Williams is his son's godfather, excuse me. Yo, you know what? I despise. Yo, let me tell you something. If you're really a Knicks fan, you hate who? Reggie Miller and Michael Jordan. You know, I don't like Michael Jordan. I can't stand Michael Jordan. I can't stand him. When he went to Phoenix, I think that was the best 1-2 play besides Stockton and Malone, Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire. Stockton and Malone, I'm gonna go number one. But when it came to Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire, very disrespectful, man. That would have been a hell of a squad too if you'd have seen Kobe and Stoudemire play together. That's a fact, because Kobe know how to hit the big man. A lot of people forget about one of the most underrated, two of the most underrated power forwards ever. One of them is Vince Carter, and the second one is Tracy McGrady. One of them is Vince Carter, and one of them is Tracy McGrady. Two of the most underrated. And if you want to go to one of the three of the most underrated, we got to say Kevin Garnett. If you want to go to four, from Michigan, Chris Webber. Come on, man. I can go on and on with this shit. If you want to say number 5 from Boston, McHale. I can go on and on with this shit, man. This is a fact. Tracy McGrady was disrespectful, man. I never was a Tim Duncan fan. I got to take my hat off for that one. You're making me put on the bucket. You're going to make me put the bucket on, man. You're going to make me put the bucket on, man. Nah. No. Nah. 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 Rasheed Wallace, of course. Tim Duncan? No. I'd rather watch David Robinson play than Tim Duncan. I couldn't stand David Robinson. But I'd rather watch David Robinson play than Tim Duncan. When it came to the Spurs, my nigga was Ginobili, man. My nigga was Ginobili. That's who I used to like in the Spurs. That nigga had a shot on him, man. See what y'all done started, man? See that shit, man? That's a cold-blooded fact, man. Rasheed Wallace was always fired. He was always fired. Karl Malone, another one that was fired. Vince McCarter, fire. Grant Hill, fire. It's so many, man. Everybody don't get a props to the nigga because now he all of a sudden he letting his son be a girl. But Dwayne Wade, monster. Monster. Facts of life. Monster. Carmelo Anthony, straight out of Syracuse, incredible. Chauncey Billups, incredible. That's a fact. Them niggas was crazy. They was crazy. Tim Hardaway, when he ain't having no knee problems, he was incredible. He was incredible. He was incredible. Gary Mason was fire too. That's a fact. Gary Mason was crazy too. I mean, Gary Payton, excuse me. I'm high as a motherfucker. I'm thinking about motherfucking Anthony Mason and Gary Payton. That's why I put that shit down. Gary Payton, the glove, baby. Word up. He said, how did you leave Marbury out the greatest knock list? Nah, remember, I put Marbury, man, I just said it a little while ago, I put Marbury on top of John Starks. I put Marbury on top of John Starks. Facts. But I will not put John Starks on top of Mark Jackson. Just my opinion. Kemp was fired too. Gerald Wilkins was fired. That's facts. That's facts. Shout out to my man Lavelle Sanders from the Court Building that played with Seton Hall. Shout out to my man Junebug, Ed Davender. These are legends, man. Yo, if y'all ain't go see it, shout out to Gully TV too. I wish I could have got that interview, and I know him. He did the interview on my man Buggs, y'all. Bed-Stuy legend with that basketball in his motherfucking hand. I'm talking about Bed-Stuy. Shout out to my man CJ Charles Jones. Shout out to Tyrone Davis. Rest in peace to Maurice Kirby. Rest in peace to Hector Rodriguez. Shout out to Wilfred Kennedy. Shout out to Michael Pollard. Shout out to William Kennedy. Shout out to Anthony Cunningham. Shout out to Show Enough Dallas. Boy, I know some niggas that play with that pigskin, man. I swear. Yes. I do. I know some people that rock with that basketball, man, and have you looking at them like, what the fuck is these niggas doing? Looking like the Harlem Globetrotters, man. Doom, 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 doom. I'm talking about some shit. I know some niggas, man, you give them some Bacardi, some goddamn Patron, a 40 of St. Ives, a couple of blunts, them niggas get on that motherfucking court. Doom, 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 doom. Larry Johnson, Grandmama, that was a fact. Grandmama. New York legends that never made that shit, Nat. I'm talking about never. I know two niggas personally that bust Michael Jordan ass. I'm dead ass serious. My man Tyrone Davis, he's still alive. My man Maurice Kirby would have bust his ass. And my man Maurice Kirby got a brother named Boyd, but he got locked up. He would have bust, them niggas would have bust Jordan ass, nigga. I know some niggas that would have, my man Babatunde trial, that nigga jump on that nigga and bang on his head, nigga. I know some niggas that would have bust Jordan ass, nigga. I know that shit sound like I'm just talking. I know some niggas that would have bust Jordan ass for free, nigga. For free. For free, like, just to say they bust his ass, nigga. It's one nigga that I think, quote unquote, when it came to my hood, he would have stood out playing ball as Allen Iverson. Because we had a bunch of pretty niggas like that in the park. We had hundreds of them niggas. Them shits was everywhere. We had niggas with crossovers like Louis Vuitton. Let me tell you something. It was a bunch of Allen Iversons just in Albany projects. Sherm the Worm, that's a fact. it was a bunch of Allen Iversons in Albany projects. I know some niggas that'll bust that. Yo, I know we older now, but niggas still got it. But in our prime, I know some niggas I would have bust their ass in the NBA. Like Felipe Lopez, I used to bust his ass. I used to bust his ass in the style. A lot of y'all don't even know who Felipe Lopez is. Played college ball and he played professional basketball. He played for St. John's, man. Yeah. Yeah. Word up. What you talking about, doo-doo head? I had a barbershop. You heard what he said, Goldstone? Yo, Gold Brown, you heard what he said? That sound like one of them niggas that had a barbershop. We had two of them, doo-doo head. Rest in peace to my man Isaac Tillman and rest in peace to my man M. Word up. That's a fact. We had two of them, Super. We just couldn't stop selling drugs in them shits, allegedly. We just couldn't stop. I think about the money that we could have made if we'd have put our mind into the gold mines that we had. Yo, that's some fucked up shit, man. If we'd have just put our minds into that money, oh, man. Word up. He said, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Legends, Felipe Lopez, one of the top high school prospects during that time. Facts. The things that I wish I would have knew then that I know now. Like Super. Every time Super come, like Friday nights and Saturday nights, old Super coming to give hell. He don't go fuck about none of that shit. And if he at work, he really gonna give you hell. He don't go fuck about none of that shit. These are things that I know. These are things that I know. These are things that I know. Yo, he said, yo, you could have done, yo, I'm trying to do that shit in Super Voice. Hey, yo, you could have done that show from Barbershop. Math Hopper wouldn't have had to do something different. Shout out to Math Hopper, too. I watched the show. I forgot the guy's name, man. He's a podcast content creator. Shout out to him. I can't remember his name, yo. Shit. He just did a show with oh man, what's my man? Oh shit. The young boy that just came home from Flatbush. Damn, I can't remember his name, man. He do the drill rap. I know he just came home from the feds, man. I got his name on the tip of my eye. I just cannot remember his name. He from Flatbush. He do drill rap. Upper Class always. Shout out to Upper Class. Upper Class is always playing his music and stuff like that. He just came home. Chef G. No, not Chef G. He from Kingsborough. He from around the corner from me. Shout out to the Suvi. He home. Yeah, he from around the corner. He from Kingsborough. Yo, Yak, what's up, my man? I see you in the building. What's the nigga name, Super? Come on, Super. I know you know his name, bro. Oh, shit, Super. What the fuck is his name? I know Super know the name. I know his name. He just did it's a Chinese guy. He got a podcast. He be smoking weed. He started out doing interviews in his car. Not Sleepy Hollow. Not Sleepy. He tall. He light-skinned. He just came home from the feds. He whipped somebody out, and the dude got robbed, and they gave him a fed. Damn, what the fuck is his name, man? Yeah, Shots. Chef G from Kingsborough, son. Hell yeah, them niggas from the borough. Yo, Shots, I thought you knew that. Them niggas dangerous, too. Them niggas dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And it's another one, too. What's my man, The big crip that just came home, man. From Marcus Garvey, man. What's my man? I like his music, man. It's my little man, too, man. What's his name, man? From Marcus Garvey Houses, y'all. Come on, Super. I've been smoking that lemon cherry, man. That Dumbo make you feel like Dumbo, man. The one that ran down, all right. He ran down on the podcast content creator. Tube said Envy. Is it Envy? Tube Suit. Is it Envy? Envy Kane. That's his name. Shout out to Tube Chronicles. That's his name. Envy Kane. He just did the shit with the podcast dude. And then the other dude, what's his name from Marcus Garvey that just came home? The other Crip. That's his name, Tube. Shout out to Tube Chronicles. Appreciate that. Envy Kane, that's who just did the motherfucking shit on the guy. Shit, I checked his shit. He just came home from the feds. They whipped somebody out. But it's another one, too. What's my man? What's the dark-skinned one with the braids, man? That's who I was talking about. I was talking about Envy Kane. That's right. But I'm talking about the Crip from Marcus Loki Smooler. That's him. Loki Smooler. That's a cold-blooded fact. Yo, I watched both of their interviews, yo. Them shits was deep. I'm not gonna front. I forgot the Chinese dude, but them shits was deep. If y'all get a chance, go check them shits out, man. Them shits was really fucking deep. But Chef G from Kingsborough. They said he just made, what, $1.5 million bail? I just hope he be careful. I didn't see nothing. Thank God they didn't post any videos. I didn't see any videos with him around any firearms or nothing like that. I just seen him come home. Looked like he put some weight on him. The other video they showed him, he was chilling, I guess, obviously with his lady. But, you know, he just, you know what I'm saying? He out on bail, y'all. Word up. Drop said, bust a couple of, you know what I'm saying? He out on bail, man. Real rap. But just because he out on bail, but you know, I hope he beat that case. What the fuck? I don't shit. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? What the fuck, man? Let's get into a little quick vibe right quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Man said, bust a tune right quick, man. Someone bust a tune for him right quick, man. For real. Envy Kane, that's right. And Loki Smooler. Word up. Let's get into, oh shit. I done bugged out. Y'all know I'm crazy. Y'all know I be crazy. My fault, y'all. Y'all know I be crazy. I be moving too fast sometime, man. Big up the yard people in the building. Big up the yard people there. Fair YouTube uses. Let's go.
Mercy. Hey, down on this mercy. Down to mercy. Bitch, you want to
over. Music alone. Step in a boy face. Read him up. Them winded. Them winded. 45 shot boost off them head. Them winded. Watch how them are dead like that. Swallow the bullet them. Swallow the bullet them. Dead boy. How do them blood clot boy, man? Little lion sound a sound where we can get defeat. The big sound gunshot in a teeth. Come a sound cash and go we see said them weak. Long time we just said them and your man the shit. From them a play cowboy and Indian and kid. From the first to the third, straight up to 7th Street. One thing it that we find a fi jump in the face. I make it in a life and in a rich. Cause them sound why I dead off. Self-employed cannot get day off. All the sound we kill can even get a day off. Who did want to stop the little lion? Know them way off. Alright, jump one by one, one by one. Little lion sound a murder jump on. One by one, one by one. Kill sound why you knocks, no question again. One by one, one by one. Little lion at the sound we no fear jump on. One by one, one by one. Aye, little lion, tell them one more thing. Tell them you go kill a soul, little lion so rough. Kill any soul, little lion so tough. Kill many soul, little lion so rough. Kill every soul. Yeah, well I've been killing these sounds for the longest while. We carry enough of them want for soil. Hey. Killing these sounds for the longest while. Never yet try pop off all another sound Kyle. Killing these sounds for the longest while. Long time, little lion we not stop till the soil. Killing these sounds for the longest while. Give away more than 1/10 of the spoil. Killing these sounds for the longest while. Still my lamp never run no tile. This a one guy for real. Till them on a bargain, till them on a deal. Enough for them now one put them shoulders on the wheels. So them go rape, them go rap and them go kill and steal. All I try it all that of them men kneel. We not deaf, we not dumb, we not blind, figure feel. One man was worthy to open the seal. Emperor Selassie I know Israel. Some boy get trampled on a wheel.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
That's a fact. Fuck Michael Jordan. Fuck Michael Jordan. I don't fuck with him. He don't fuck with the New York Knicks. That's why I'm showing my picture right now. I'm sitting down taking a shit. When it comes to Michael Jordan, that's how I'm always going to feel. I'm sitting down taking a shit. Rest in peace to his pops, though. Now, that was fucked up. Because I think he's a hell of a fucking basketball player. Fucking piece of shit. He's a fucking piece of shit, man. Why he didn't come to the league to play with the New York Knicks? Why didn't the Knicks get Michael Jordan? Why we didn't get him? Because number one, he didn't do it by himself. It took him 4.5, 5 years to get it. But when he got that right team, why couldn't he bring that? Why couldn't he do that with us on the Knicks? Why couldn't it have been a Michael Jordan, a John Starks, a Charles Oakley, a Patrick Ewing, and a Tracy McGrady? Holy smokes! Drop Guard said, appreciate you, Dice. I need the vibe. You already know we family over here, boy. Said he needed the vibe. I don't know nothing about no Babatunde trial, brother. What are you doing putting them type of names up there, brother? These niggas don't know. I told y'all my nigga Babatunde would jump over that nigga and bang on his head. Yo, let me tell you something. My man Babatunde, when I'm telling you this nigga legs look like Popeye, I'm dead serious. The nigga legs look like Popeyes. This how big his muscles was. This dude used to have a leap. When he took one step, the nigga damn near jump over the backboard. You ever seen a nigga jump over the backboard? I ain't never seen him jump over the backboard, but it seemed like that nigga was about to jump over the backboard. That's how high that nigga used to jump. He said that would have been a dynasty, but in the hindsight, y'all remember that baseline move dunking on Patrick Ewing. Oh, yeah, but you got to remember that same baseline came from John Starks. That same baseline came from John Starks on Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. We called it Nutface. We called it the Nutface picture. But the Knicks, I ain't gonna front. They got a pretty good squad this year. Y'all see what they did last night. I'm not gonna front. The Knicks did their thing last night, man. They don't know nothing about no Hector Rodriguez unless we say them names over here, baby. This nigga shoot from here to McDonald's, man, on Eastern Parkway, man. That nigga shoot from St. John's Park to Eastern Parkway in Utica, and that shit go swish, man. Yo, let me tell you something. I don't know if y'all remember the commercial back in the days where it used to be Michael Jordan and Larry Bird, where they were sitting on top of the building and they would throw a ball and they'd say through the backboard and over the thing or over the hall or down the hall. Yo, my nigga Hector, God bless his soul, that nigga said, man, Tutu crazy too. Tutu crazy too. All these names right here, man. Heartbreaking, man. Shout out to Tutu too, man. Shout out to the whole family, man. That shit is, yo, all that talent we got in our hood. There was a dude down here, y'all, by the name of Timothy. He's still living, but he'd never be the dude I remember. This nigga used to play ball. I don't know where this nigga was from. He used to play ball like he was an alien. And he used to get high. He started getting high. And what they used to do, they used to pay the nigga to play ball with crack. Now he gone. Still alive. But he on that fat, he on that crack, he on that meth. That nigga smoke cigarettes. He drink. He used to be light-skinned. Some people say I'm light-skinned. Me, I'm brown-skinned. I call myself brown-skinned. Some people say I'm light-skinned. I call myself brown-skinned, but he was lighter than me. Now he dark as my Sunni, as my beard. That's a fact. This shit tore him up. Another one. Like I said, if y'all go over there, shout out to Gully TV. I ain't got no problems with Gully TV. I'm subscribed. You dig what I'm saying? I'm subscribed to Gully TV. That nigga did some shit that made me subscribe. You know why? When it comes to his journalistic point of view, that nigga had hate. That nigga did shows with Haitian Jack, man. These ain't the regular type of niggas to be around. The nigga Haitian Jack told nigga, yo, come to the Dominican Republic, nigga. A YouTuber? I think he's more than a YouTuber. As far as his personal life, it has nothing to do with me. I'm talking about from a viewer, from a person that subscribed to his channel. He has given me some intriguing stories, and I know Boogs personally. I wish I could have got that Boogs interview, man. Do y'all know how bad I wish I could have got? I wish I could have had the conversations with Boogs, my childhood friend from playing ball with him. Like we could have just, and I'm still gonna try to get in touch with him. Ain't no need for me to reach out to Gully because I know Gully gonna be like, nah, doo-doo head. I already got that motherfucking work. I got locked in. I gotta respect that. As far as a journalistic point of view, shit, I wouldn't give the motherfucking cow no motherfucking more milk. I ain't gonna get a cow more milk. I'm trying to get milk from the cow. You dig what I'm saying? But shout out to Gully TV, man. Go over there and check that interview, man. And the shit was so hard. The shit is so, yo, I know this dude. Like, yo, let me tell you something about him. If you watch the movie called He Got Game with Ray Allen, when the movie comes on, my man Boogs is on the Brooklyn Bridge. He the last one dribbling with the flat top. That's my man. Yo, I'm not making this shit up. I am not. Anybody know about Boogs from the Sty? It was a tournament in the Sty. Shout out to Kenny from the Kings of Kings. There used to be a liquor store on Fulton Avenue. If anybody know, you know. Anyway, there used to be a big basketball tournament down here. Used to be some real. Most of the players that was into that are either dead, unfortunately, not, you know, or they're in the feds. But there was some real players that was really behind these basketball teams that was put together in these neighborhoods. Shit, I'm gonna do a show on that shit, man. Behind the scenes, dealing with quote unquote these basketball leagues and these tournaments. See, a lot of people look at it like these kids is just out there playing basketball. Yes, that's initially what it usually is about. You got a great coach. You got a great coaching system. There's always going to be somebody in the hood that want to see them kids and push them kids get out the hood. Shout out to Kenny for that shit. With the King of Kings. Shout out to Kenny for that shit. Like him, CJ, you know what I'm saying? Even Heck and them was all together. Tyrone, Maurice, all of them is because of Kenny. You dig what I'm saying? Even though people went their own ways, when it came to Kenny, when it came to basketball, street basketball, and them tournaments, if you ain't say Kenny name and the King of Kings, you ain't know what you was talking about. That's just a fact. I'm talking about before Monroe All-Stars. You dig what I'm saying? Before 8-ball tournament, before the Hector. Yo, this nigga was really giving niggas the opportunity to go to college and stuff like that. And Boogs, he was supposed to go to college, but unfortunately, he was in the street getting money. He fell victim to, you know, certain things. You dig what I'm saying? But I remember we thought he was dead. Yo, we thought he was dead. This is a true story, yo. All I know is it be some gangsters behind these basketball teams y'all see. Because I'm not saying that the coaches know. I'm not saying that the coaches don't know. It's none of my business. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. But I'm telling you, when it comes to the people that's putting the money up behind them teams for them basketball shirts, going to Seals on Nostrand Park Place. Back in the days, it was a spot on Nostrand Park Place called Seals, where everybody went to get their T-shirts. They went to get their trophies and everything made. If you from Brooklyn, you know what I'm talking about. Lee, I see you in the building, sold in the whole tournaments. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, let me tell you something. Back in the days, it was some gangsters behind them motherfucking basketball teams, man. And this was the legend. You ask anybody from Brooklyn, they'll tell you this. Allegedly, they had threatened Boogs. Allegedly, they threatened Boogs and was like, yo, check this out. If you come to this game, you better not win. If you do, we gonna kill you. Allegedly. Educational purposes only. Did I hear that come out of anyone's mouth? No, I didn't. Fair YouTube disclaimer. Due to the fact of what I don't know, I cannot be incriminated for. Can you dig it? Don DeMarco. That nigga Bull, Baby Grizz, salute. You see what he says? Seals right in the corner. That's a fact. If you was in the basketball, Grizz nice with the rock too. Grizz was nice with the rock too. But let me tell you something. They told that nigga Boogs that he better not win the game. That nigga Boogs came to the game. Did he not win the game? That nigga scored 100 points. Yo, this is how, yo, my nigga Bugs is the niggas that the June Bugs looked up to. The skip to my lose. All that shit behind the back, all that no-look pass shit, that's boogie shit. That's boogie bug shit, man. When I'm telling y'all this nigga was 9 years old and he was scraping niggas in high school and adults on the basketball court, I can't make this shit up. You got to be from Brooklyn to know this shit. You got to know somebody from Brooklyn. This shit is a fact. I'm talking about this nigga 9 years old. He running full courts with niggas in high school and he's scraping them. Boop, 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 whop. I'm talking about he got the whole package. He got the handle. He got the no-look pass. He know how to draw the foul. He know how to draw 2 and 3 to dish out. He got the three-pointer. The nigga, the shot was butter. The nigga was just crazy. Weston House, homie. The nigga was just, yo, listen to me, y'all. When I say this nigga cross your ass, this shit is this. And tell you the truth, it's not far-fetched if you grew up playing ball in Brooklyn. This might be in other parts of the world too. I'm not just gonna signify us, but when it came to Brooklyn, when it came to that Brooklyn shit, like when you went to certain parks, like Lincoln Terrace Park, woo! Shout out to Russell and Popcorn and them niggas. Woo! It was a nigga down there named Russell. I'd never seen a finger roll like that in my life. This nigga had a finger roll like a nigga drew that shit in cartoons, son. The nigga had a finger roll that was so beautiful, it seemed like when it came out of his hand, somebody took the time to draw the basketball. I swear to God, this nigga had a finger roll that used to pause in the air. That's when you had the nigga had a finger roll. The nigga would, yo, the ball seemed like it would pause in the air and just fall into the net. You got to know what I'm talking about. Greg said I used to get my Legion of Doom posters from Seals. The Iceman George. Y'all don't know nothing about that, man. The closer you get to Harlem, the higher the skill. What you mean the closer you got to Harlem, nigga? I was in New Rochelle for a while, so I got good ball and ball. You was near the Bronx. Nigga, if you'd have came your ass to Brooklyn, they'd have bust your ass, Super. Fuck is you talking about that Harlem shit, nigga? Don't get 3 in one night. You heard what Lee said. That Brooklyn Aim High tournament, there's some niggas in Brooklyn that'll make you fall down. Don DeMarco. I ain't fucking with you, Super. You trying to get my blood pressure up. I ain't fucking with you. I ain't gonna fuck with him. He said in Brooklyn they would have got mad because I blocked their shot and they tried to shoot me. Yo, son, the nigga Super said he blocked the nigga shot and they tried to shoot him. Yo, Super, let me tell you something. When it comes, forgive him, y'all. He's suffering from PTSD and BKLYN fever. It's something about a traumatization that happened to him in Brooklyn that he's dealing with. We're helping him get over that. To the people that's just coming in the chat that don't really know Super, we're helping him deal with this every day. Word up. He said, you play some niggas, you get murdered. That's a fact. He said, Brooklyn produces the most champs. Mike Tyson, Mike Jordan, Shannon Briggs, Zab Judah. That's a fact. That's a fact. All in the name of Brooklyn. And it seemed like they produced some damn crazy gangsters too, y'all. Like he said, Mike Tyson, you think about Homo. Rest in peace. Damn. That's a fact. AKA Jews, Cold with the Rock. He said, other than Brooklyn, now Mount Vernon got some niggas up there to ball too. Now that's a fact. That's a cold-blooded fact. And Mount Vernon, I don't understand. I remember the Locks used to talk about Mount Vernon. They said that they didn't even, what is it? They didn't have their own mayor. They had their own mayor or something. Like they said, what was it about Mount Vernon? It was something in particular about Mount Vernon. Yeah, I won a lot of money with that. I won a lot of $100 bets with that, Grizz. I won a lot of $100 bets with that right there. People telling me Mike wasn't born in Brooklyn, and I won a bunch of $100 bets with people telling me Tupac Shakur wasn't born in New York. Every time I tell somebody Mike from New York, Tupac from New York, they don't play with me no more down here. They be like, nah. Yeah, I got a bunch of $100 bets off that. Word up. That's a fact. Because it ain't no waiting. I'm going right to the phone. I'm Googling it. We ain't got to worry about going around walking and asking nobody because I'm going to Google it. You can Google it. We're going to have the same. Hit that cash app. Don DeMarco. Word up. He said Pac was born in the Bronx. See that? A lot of people think he was born in the West Coast. No, he wasn't. You know what, y'all? How y'all feel about if I should do a Pac story? How y'all feel about me doing a Pac story? Because I don't believe Pac dead. I think that would be a very, very interesting story, man. I'm going to do some quick motherfucking history and some research. I'm going to do me a Pac story. Stay tuned for a Pac story. I don't know when I'm going to do it. It's going to be real soon. But I don't just want to jump into no shit like that. You dig what I'm saying? If I do a Pac breakdown, it got to be from a 3.5 to 1,000 grams. You dig what I'm saying? Like on some real shit. I don't want to miss nothing. I don't want to skip through nothing. I want to be with the bodyguards, the Muslim person that would describe Uncle Gene, C's, Puff. You know what I'm saying? All this shit with the sacrificial shit going on. Because I said from day one, once Big died, Puff had him. That was Puff. And then when Keefy D said they fucked up and killed Big, but the nigga that put the money on him was from Harlem, who in Harlem, other than Puff, would have a reason to put some money on Big? He said I had a real Tupac moment at the first Source Awards. See that, y'all? See that? Yeah, I'm going to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is crazy. Facts with the Panthers and all that. Facts. See, that's all I had to know. So Net Star said, come on now. That's all I had to do. So look out for it, because I'm going to do that. I ain't going to front. I'm going to do it. I'm going to break that shit down something crazy, man. I got to break that shit down something crazy. Word up. I'm going to do a Pac, and then I'm going to do a Big. Word up. I'm going to do a Pac, and I'm going to do a Big. And rest in peace, I might do a Mo 3 too, because when I heard that song, Everybody Ain't Your Friend, I told a DJ down here, Killer Cole, I said something going to happen to him. And 2 weeks later, he was dead. I wish I never would have said that. My man Net Star said, yo, we need that shit, Dice. I'm going to do that shit. You know what they're asking for? I'm going to break it down because, see, I like looking in the content. You know what I'm saying? Like certain shit that may have been overlooked or might not have been perceived by certain people. You know, everybody got their own opinion on how they take things. You know, everything is interesting. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Nobody never cashed in on that Tupac Shakur life insurance. Why the fuck is $35 million just sitting somewhere? Jason C., I see you in the building. Salute. He said, yo, break that shit down, brother. He said, let's go. Because that's one question right there. Why is that 30? Why didn't they get that? If he was gone, if he's physically gone, and they was paying the money and everything, and it wasn't behind, why didn't nobody get that 35 million? He said, I had big album before the world got it. Facts. Ask White Boy Scott. He said, Mo 3, be careful when you do that because people from Mo 3 sector going to come over here and you don't want them here. Trust me. Oh, so you ain't understand. My man run that shit, Super. You keep forgetting my man, Pharaoh. That's my man, Super. That's my motherfucking man, son. That's my man. I get Duke Pharaoh on the motherfucking shit. That's what I said. That's what I was thinking about before I even thought about it. If I do a Mo 3, I'm going to holler at my man Duke and tell Duke to come over here and break that shit down and make it more deeper. He said, I don't fuck with them dudes. Pharaoh, I don't know about the whole, I heard it's a Mo 3 sector. I did hear that. But shout out to Pharaoh. You know, they just really, really care about they man. Only Child said, yes, please be careful. Well, y'all made it seem like I ain't from Brooklyn. What the fuck is y'all talking about? You know what? Both of y'all getting 10 seconds for that. Hold on, let me get you 10 seconds. Hold on. What the fuck is up? Hold on, that's one. That's 10 seconds. Give you 10 seconds. And then Only Child, she getting 10 seconds too. Let me get her. Let's go. What's wrong with y'all, man? What's wrong with y'all, man? Now, as y'all regroup from getting that sting right quick for 10 seconds, I should fear no man but God. He said, see who you mingle with them dudes? You're in trouble, but you think Rocky a handful. Them Mo 3-second cats is real trouble. That's why y'all. Let me ask you something. What the fuck you got a goddamn gun in your hand for then, nigga? What the fuck is you going? What the fuck you got a gun in your hand for? Netstar's got a gun in his hand, and he a member. Everybody in here got your guns. Only one ain't got a gun so far is Only Child. We're gonna have to give her a pistol too. Now, everybody in here got pistols, man. You know we killing niggas. If they come over here with that sucker shit, I want y'all to do this. Give them 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever y'all gonna decide to do. Be who you are. And after the third time, if it's still ignorance, or if it's something crazy and outlandish for the first time, blow their head off. It ain't nothing to talk about. Get him out of here. He's out of here. But it seemed like if they're just trying to be humorous, not disrespecting people, give them an 86,000. 86,000 is 24 hours. Now you got 24 hours to think if you're going to come back over here respectfully or you're going to get killed. Oh, I ain't know that shit was for 5 years. That's who. I know you said you was getting trolled for 5 years, but you never specific. You didn't tell me that to just now, man. I remember you said for 5. You said motherfuckers on this motherfucking app been fucking with me for 5 years. They've been trolling me for 5 years, Dice. Good God. He said, Dice, they got a guy right now sounds so much like Pac that people cry when they hear him swearing he's Tupac. You know that AI, they got an AI out there sounding like him too. Your Netstar's, they got an AI that they can turn into your voice, man. These people know what they do. Yo, let me tell you something. Pac. I don't know. I'm going to break that shit down, y'all. Matter of fact, I'm going to get on my due diligence about that, man. Pac, that's too deep of a story, and I'm going to break that shit down. It's too much power behind that story and who he was and his family. And Matula Shakur, rest in peace, and Afina Shakur, rest in. First of all, there's some real deep shit going on with them, man. Word up. He said, and Diddy diss with 50. You know what? The industry is worse than YouTube sometimes because, like I told you on YouTube, the saddest part that really, really disappoints me about YouTube, y'all, a lot of people that are arguing with each other were once friends. I swear to God, it was just, you know what it is? It's a dysfunctional family. It's a dysfunctional family. You might be in a house, your moms might smoke crack. Your pops might work 3 jobs. Your pops might smoke crack. Your moms might work 3 jobs. Your sister might be 15 years old, going on her 2nd child. You might have an uncle that can't stay in and out of jail. You might have a grandfather that got to stay over there because he was an alcoholic and he got kicked out. There's so many things that go up in people's homes that make them grow up dysfunctional, but we just learned how to adjust to it. We just learned how to adjust to that shit. We grew up with families, the members that was murderers and killers, undiagnosed mental illnesses, murderers, killers, thieves, con artists, prostitutes, whores. That's why I really don't be really trying to judge too many people. You know what I'm saying? I judge what is safe for myself. If a person is a certain characteristic and a person is a certain way or a mannerism that they feel to deal with, I have the right to disassociate myself away from that. That's what I judge. I don't judge them, because if they feel as though what they're doing is right, let them live off that. But what I do judge is my serenity and my peace and my morale. That shit is goofy. I can't be saying certain shit, and I ain't gonna be around certain shit. It's just not me. Super said, nah, this ain't a no, I said not this is a dysfunctional family. He said, this ain't a dysfunctional family. These clowns on here are scumbags. He said, and they were like that offline. It's who they are. We can't blame the internet. You know why I can't blame the internet? You know why I can't blame the internet? Because if it comes to, say, us growing up in a neighborhood on the same block, if we get into an argument about something, the information transmits faster, but it only stays in a certain group, like the people on the block, the people in the neighborhood, the people that are affiliated with the people that's arguing. See, on YouTube, when it comes to the internet, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, when it comes to that, there's a whole world that's looking at something that may be embarrassing to someone. See, I heard an old timer tell me this one day before I get out of here. I asked him what was the definition of anger. He said, anger is allowing someone else's ignorance disrupt your peace. He said, anger is allowing someone else's ignorance to emotionally disrupt your peace. It's a punishment towards yourself. For real. So it's like what he's saying is, it's like an insult for you to let somebody bullshit just throw you off your motherfucking diddy bop. Just ignore it. Get the fuck away from it. Because if it upsets you and you automatically get upset and you get the fuck away from it, that's one thing. But if it upsets you and then you sit there and you keep combating with it, trying to make reason out of ignorance, woo. He said, I'm talking about their personality traits. Yeah, you got a point there too. They was already like this before they got online. And then I seen some people go crazy on the little year I've been on here too, Super. I done seen some people go crazy. I didn't see, matter of fact, let me rephrase that. I'm not going to say I saw people go crazy. I've seen people do some things to me that I don't understand to be normal. Abnormality. No, I can't do it. Abnormality. That's very, very dangerous. That's very, very dangerous. But Geraldo Rivera, shit, he done got punched in his mouth and whipped all out in the face, baby. Going up in the wrong hood talking about he was a journalist. But that's for the love of being a journalist. If I can transmit it like this, or if I'm in a certain area and something may be going wrong, and I can be like, yo, check this out, live and direct, something that might be interesting to the world or somebody else, and I can go live and go check this out, but I'm not going to be standing up there. I've never wanted to be into nobody motherfucking business and violence like that. That's how people get hurt. See, some people, when the crowd start running, they don't follow the crowd. They run to where they're running from. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming up and chilling with me. I got to take Egypt out because she's sitting over here looking like she about to bite my leg. You did? Now I don't want to have to sell her to the Chinese restaurant because if she bite me, she going to the Chinese restaurant tomorrow. I will sell her to the Chinese restaurant for a year's worth of 4 chicken wings and French fries. Peace.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist with it. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?